Let's see, make sure this works. Alright, I think I'm live. So let me turn the brightness down so I don't get my face all washed out. There we go, it's a little better, but damn man, it still washes me out. Meh, I guess we'll roll with it. Let me see here. Let's try that. No, that's way worse. What's going on, everybody? Joseph, what's up, man? So, pardon me whilst I get my lights a little bit better. Colin, what's up, man? Micah, what's up, dude? Jacob. Alright, so what's going on, everybody? So, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I'm sitting here like everybody else in the world, just stuck home alone. Or not home alone, home. I'm not home alone. Stuck home inside, you know, not being able to go outside because of what's going on in the world. So I figured I'd come on here and just hang out with you guys. So I'm bored, man. I'm really bored. It seems like everybody else is bored, and I'm certainly bored along with everybody else. So I figured I'd come on here, give you guys a little bit of entertainment, and what I would love to do is just a little bit of like a Q&A and just like a hangout, and then also kind of just talk about the future, the near and distant future of the channel. In terms of content. So I just want to make sure I got my chat monitored over here. I just want to say hello to Andrew. What's up, man? How you doing, dude? Let's get bored live together. Hell yeah, man. Ain't not much else to do. You know what I mean? Michael, what's up, man? Just taking in the reality of quarantine, dude. It's rough, dude. It's very rough. It's boring, man. It's, I honestly, the worst part about it is like, well, there's a couple things. Obviously the big one is like, the terrors that be, in the world that, there's something very serious going on, getting everybody sick. But if you go look past that, if you could not worry about that, I think that what really sucks is like the little things in life that you forget about. Like, I want to go to Red Robin so bad right now, and I can't. I want to go to Red Lobster right now. I can't. I want to go eat sushi right now. I can't. Like things like that. And, I want to go to the gym right now, and I can't. I mean, I have dumbbells here that I do, like, little minuscule workouts, but it's like, dude, like, it's nothing that I would want to do. So, I want to ask you guys, what are you guys doing? Leave me in the comments right now, or the feed right now, the chat. I want to know what you guys are doing to pass the time. How are you guys spending your time in lockdown and house arrest, if you will? Because I'd love to hear what you guys are working on. If you guys are, musicians, guitarists, bassists, drummers, whatever, I'd love to hear what you guys are working on. But also, too, I just want to know how you guys are just passing the time, because, nobody's really doing any better or worse than anybody else right now. We're all kind of like on this weird leveled playing field of like where nobody's like out doing anything cool or, adventurous. We're all kind of just like hunker down doing all the same stuff, man. So I'm just really genuinely curious to hear what you guys are working on. So let's see what you guys. I appreciate you. Seriously though, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. It makes me, happy that you guys take the time out of your day to check in with me and just say hello, man. I really appreciate you guys. Seriously. Guitar YouTube. I'm assuming you're playing guitar on YouTube, Philip, or you're watching guitar on YouTube. Colin, playing guitar and being lazy. Hell yeah. Colin, fellow patron of the channel. Also a student of mine. I mean, I guess I'll call him a student. He's more like a friend. But he signed up via Patreon for some lessons. So I appreciate you, dude. Thanks, man. Let's see. Sucks, bro. Hopefully time flows a little faster. Yeah. Yo, brother Edwin, what's up, man? Edwin, another fellow patron. Huge supporter of this channel since, God, Edwin, how long have you been doing this, man? Like, since November 2018? He's won some contests through the channel. He's won a couple plug-in suites. Phenomenal dude. Great guitar player. But, yeah, man. Awesome support of the channel. So, thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate you, dude. So, for those of you who just tuned in, if you guys just bear with me, these streams kind of take a little bit of time to get going. And a little bit a weird time for me to like, get in the character of talking to a camera by myself. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just saying hi to everybody, and then I'm going to open up to you guys just to ask some questions. I'm always open and interested to hear on what you guys want to know from me and pick my brain. And then I want to talk about the near and distant future of the channel, and just, what I've got planned, what I think you guys would like to see and hear from me. And then, yeah, man, just I, I want to come on here not only because we're all bored and I'm trying to hang out with you guys best way as I can, but also too, like, I always want to from time to time tap into what you guys want to see, because those who watch right now, you guys are diehard fans of the channel, and I appreciate you, and I owe it to you to give you what you want to see and what you want to hear from me and from my brain and my mouth and my fingers. You know what I mean? Like, I want to give what you got. I want to give what you guys want to see, and so I always just want to take the time to tap into your guys' brain and, like, you know, figure out what you guys are itching to get from me and get from creators, because, if I lose touch from the audience, then, we don't go anywhere as a channel. You know what I mean? Like I say from day one, this is your channel as much as it is mine. So so I'm just going to tap into the chat to say hello to everybody some more, see what you guys are up to, and then we'll open up to some questions, all right? Micah, another student of mine, another patron supporter. Thank you so much, dude, for tuning in. Let's see what you have to say. Playing my guitar, of course, hanging out with my fam, working out here and there. I think that's like what 95% of us are doing. Like, I'm doing literally that. Trying to get my workouts in best I can. I only have a 30-pound set of dumbbells. And, I guess I'm fortunate or unfortunate because my elbow looks like Frankenstein's head right now. I mean, look at that thing. I don't know how well you guys can see that. So, like, I'm trying to, like, get healthy again and get active again. And it's both a blessing and a curse that this is all happening, because, I'm not I'm not lifting, 6,000 pounds like I was when I was 22. Not literally, but you know what I mean. Like, when I was a little bit younger. But at the same time, I'm itching to get back to full strength after 10 surgeries, and I can't now. It's like I had my last one in February, and now this happens, and I can't lift weights like I want to. You know what I mean? So, James Hayes, you my boy, Ray, you're my boy, James. Thanks, dude. Sorry, I got a little dyslexic there and a little illiterate. Sometimes I get nervous when I'm trying to read. Watching Bud. Who's Bud? Is Bud your dog? Is Bud your can of Budweiser? That was my dad's drink of choice. Let's see. Dude, what do you think of the Seymour Duncan blackouts? Alright. Hold that thought, Max. The Slipknot guitar technique video was great as always. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you, Philip. Let's see here. Sadly, binge watching shows. Yeah, I wish I was a gamer. Gamers must be in heaven right now. Dude, like, gamer channels are killing it right now. Like, I watch... You want to know a little bit about me? I watch, like, NASCAR video gamers and MLB video gamers, because I used to do that when I was a kid. And I don't have the time or the money or the energy to, like, do that along with doing this and playing guitar. It's like, so I watch them just to, like, get that nostalgic feeling. And, man, they're, like, killing it with the content right now. So I'm extremely envious. And it's one of the reasons why I'm hopping on here. So, just so we can all, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to get on here to keep up with the amount of content that everybody else is creating. But, all at the same time, just realizing that we're all just kind of just stuck inside. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Gonna send you a DM, brother. Check out the new single from my band. Edwin, what is your band's name? I know you've been working on some stuff. I want you to tell me it so we can plug it right here in this live stream and get it out to the world. All right. So now, let's open it up to some questions. I see them already start to roll in. I appreciate you guys tuning in to watch and to pick my brain. So as always, just ask me whatever you want. Super chats certainly are welcome. They're not mandatory, and they do get precedence or whatever, just because if somebody donates, to the channel, it's amazing, and I'll be sure to just do my very best to put that first and foremost. But yeah, man, let's just start opening up with some questions, and then after that, I'll check in with the chat, and then I'll talk about the near and distant content that's coming out, all right? So, let's start with, let's pick a good question here. No bad questions, only good questions. I'm so weird, man. I'm so weird. All right, what's your favorite Slipknot song to play besides People Equal Poop? So, actually, that's not my favorite song to play. That is my favorite song. My favorite song to play... Ooh. Probably Gematria, or... How do you say this? Is it Gematria or Gematria? The killing... I just always call it the killing name, because I don't know how to pronounce it, because, math wasn't always my best subject. But anyway, yeah, the Killing Name, because it's hard as hell, but it's right at the level of where I can play it as long as I have it memorized. I can play it clean. But yeah, that one's certainly my best my favorite because I spent the longest time trying to learn that one. That's probably the hardest Slipknot song to play. Yeah, and it took a long time to get it down right and get my right hand up to speed and get it conditioned for that song because it's all down picks. It's like the Master of Puppets of Slipknot, in my opinion. It's like that and Eeyore are the hardest down pick songs. But Eeyore is only like 20 seconds of fast down picking, whereas the Killing Name is like 4 minutes. So, yeah, that's certainly my favorite one to play. Michael Carver, hey man, what's up, dude? Favorite Slayer songs? I don't like Slayer at all. Like literally at all, I don't like Slayer. If I had to pick one, I'd go cliche, Raining Blood. But I don't like Slayer. Dude, I literally don't like Slayer at all. I don't like Slayer at all. But like, I don't hate them. Don't like Slayer at all, man. I'm not really into thrash. Like, I'm not into, without getting into it, I just don't, not really my thing. I like something with a little bit of groove, not let's see how fast we can play. So that's just my own personal thing. My dog watches these too. She likes to watch. Russell, if your dog's watching this stream, I appreciate you and I appreciate your dog just as much. Michael Murphy, hey Ray, what's up, dude? Devin Hamler, I dig your channel, bro, and people are right. This will be over soon and everything will be fine and over before we know it. Dude, fingers crossed, man. I hope this blows over as fast as possible. You know, we've only been doing it seriously for about a week now, and it's like, dude, like, this is the longest week of my life, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh my God. I'm dying, but yeah, man, it'll all be over soon. It's just a matter of time. And yeah, we'll get through it. You know, I'm just here with you guys, just like everybody else, just trying to create content and just trying to hunker down and just push through and, you know, try to get through it to get over it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You guys ever notice how like I run out of things to say and I don't really know how to like talk most times? Chat just skipped. Yeah, I appreciate you guys just continuing to post comments and questions. You're the man, or you are the men and or women. See what I mean? I don't know what I'm saying half the time. Let's see. Hey, Dan, what's up, dude? Hope all is well with everyone. Yes, sir. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Ray, love your content. The Jim Root interview was awesome. Thank you so much. Also a big fan of the Deathtone skull tattoo. Thank you so much as well. I got that in Germany. I think on Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken, in 2015. How much do you charge for guitar lessons through your Patreon? Well, Joey, this is for everybody too. I charge 2 tiers. It's once a month and once a week. Once a month is $20 for one lesson, and then once a week is $70 a month. So it's we talk offline individually. It's one lesson a week for the whole month, and it's $70 for the month. So that equates to like 4.5/5 lessons depending on the month. You know, like longer months you get 5 lessons, shorter months like February you get 4 lessons, and that equates to what's 70 divided by 4, $28, something like that. So, you know, I try to be reasonable with my prices, and I know some people charge like $300 a month, and you know, that's their business. But for me, it's more or less I'd get more enjoyment out of teaching rather than like ripping people off. Like, sure, I'd love to make, you know, I want to make money, and I do make money from it, but I'd rather teach and see people's like the light bulbs go off in people's heads more than like just like making a boatload of money and putting in minimal effort. Micah is in the chat. It says 11 out of 10 would recommend. Dude, thank you so much. Micah's been a student of mine for, how long have we been doing that, dude? Like what, 2-3 months now? And like I get so much enjoyment out of seeing his light bulbs in his head go off, and he is stupid smart, not only with the guitar but just in general in life. He's like very, very smart, and so like he's picking up on the theory side of things so fast, and dude, it's like, it's so sick to watch him like get it, like he'll figure out like the modes, like he'll comprehend the concept of what a mode is. It's like, dude, like when his light bulbs go off and he gets it, that's like the best thing that happens for when I'm teaching, because like I had that, and I got those epiphanies on my own through learning with jazz and classical guitarists, and I never had somebody teach me it in a metal context. So like you know, hey Mikey, you're welcome, dude. So like, I just want to give it. I want to give theory lessons and music lessons in a metal context because nobody does that, and that's gonna be what I'm gonna be talking about here in a little bit. And segueing out of when I not turn off, but stop the questions for a little bit because I want to talk about the content that I'm gonna be creating, as you know, we get locked down in the houses because what I originally was going to create in terms of content has certainly been completely wiped clean, because now I have more time, but it's just different now because like mail is going to be stopping soon, and so like I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get, you know, certain gear, etc. So that's going to be interesting. But going on a tangent here. Anyway, I don't remember what was this question coming from. Oh, how much do I charge for lessons? I totally forgot what I was talking about. All right, man, a lot of questions, a lot of chats. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, Robert, how long would it take you to learn Opium of the People, or have you learned it already? And I hope you're doing good with all the chaos. Love the content. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. So like that's what pretty much every single like Slipknot song, Lamb of God song, amongst other bands, and Parkway Drive. Um, I've 99% of the songs I've learned at one point in my life and like had it down, but then now it's like a matter of like how many of them stick in the brain, you know what I mean? Because like, you know, I've covered probably what 200 songs on my channel, give or take. I have maybe 15 of those memorized from start to finish. So to relearn Opium of the People, I don't know, maybe 3 4 days, 3 days, 4 days to get it clean and record it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just another one of those songs that like, amongst all the other songs, one day I'll cover them, but covers don't make covers get demonetized quickly because record companies are kind of known for now demonetizing cover songs. Excuse me, and cover videos. So for me, it's always a constant battle of like, if I do a cover, I get demonetized. If I do original content, it may or may not do as well. So it's like a gamble. It's a little game within a game. So I'll do Opium of the People eventually. I'll do all the songs eventually. It's just a matter of when and, you know, the time, the effort, etc. So it'll happen eventually. All right, let's see here. Robbie Johnson, sup Ray? Hello everyone. Robbie, what's up, dude? Thanks so much. Thanks for stopping by, my brother. All right, Andrew, what's up, dude? Phenomenal guitar player, Andrew Sylvester. Absolutely shreds on the guitar, way better than myself. What do you think of Get Good Drums? I'm assuming that's what GGD is. I know you use Superior Drummer, right? Yeah. So okay. So like I'm always in the market, or not in the market. I'm always on the hunt for new drum sounds because I never liked the Superior Drummer 3 sounds until I made my own drum set that I have now that I've been using for about a year, and I'm pretty content with it. But I think Get Good Drums sound better than Superior Drummer 3. But it's like it's kind of like the fear of if I purchase Get Good Drums, I need Contact, and then I have to learn that whole system, and it's a matter of me being rather stubborn, and fearful of spending money on something that I might not like or use. I mean, it's always a gamble with anything. So like if I get good drums, I'd have to learn, you know, how to operate it, and it, you know, as with anything, you figure it out, but it's just a matter of how much is it really going to pay off? Is the risk worth the reward? But from all the samples that I've heard and people that have used it that I've heard, I mean, it sounds really, really good. It's just, I don't know, for me personally, if it's going to be beneficial if I want to do it. You know what I mean? But to answer your question, I think they sound really, really good. You know what I mean? But I'm not. Another thing I'm really fearful of is I don't know how good like the groove generator is in Get Good Drums. It might just be like a platform, and then you have to manually plot in all the notes, and that will not fly with me because like that's just a lot of time that I don't personally want to spend doing, because I'm trying to constantly put out content every like 3 times a week at least. Like Monday and Friday are my normal videos, and then Ask Ray is on Wednesday. So to spend the time plot pointing MIDI notes just for like a 2-minute demo song will take a week in itself. So it's like, if that's how it works, then it's not worth it to me. So long story short, it sounds good, but I'm scared as a creator of how much would I have to learn. Like, what's the learning curve and what's the reward if I were to purchase it? So for now, I'm just going to stick with Superior Drummer 3, and I might buy like a new Superior Drummer 3 MIDI pack or, you know, drum pack to get some new sounds, because I'm always trying to find better sounds. Because I like my drums now, but the kick is too bassy, and it's like, sometimes I have to fight it, and, you know, it's only MIDI drums, like, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but it is a little annoying when I have to mix it, because I'm trying to make my mixes as good as possible at all times. All right, Colin, take Ray's lessons. Hey, Colin, fellow patron, fellow student. I've already said that, but hey, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Let's see how many likes I got so far. 14 likes. Let's we got 35 people watching right now. Everybody smash that like button, and then yeah, do it. I don't know. I'm trying to be like the gamers that I watch. They're always like, smash that like button. Smash that like button. Colin, he's a great teacher. Support him. He's the man. Dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude. You're absolute legend. And I love working with you. Like, I love working with all my students, man. You guys are awesome. Edwin, what's up, brother? BRB, everyone, dinner is served. Hey, Michael, go enjoy that dinner. See you when you get back, dude. I'm going to eat here in a little bit, but for now, I'm hanging out with my friends. That's you guys. Edwin, in your honest opinion, do you think it would be a bad idea for me to sell my Randall Satan to get a Kemper for touring? Ooh. That's a good question. Okay. I like this question. I'm gonna answer this. I'm excited. Good question, dude. So I'm gonna speak on my behalf, and I hope it answers your question. So for me, I was gonna play with Luna Muerta live. You know, my solo project, Luna Muerta. You guys see the Spotify. You guys see that logo? That's me. You guys know that. Those of you who listen to that. So like when I was getting ready to play live, and I was having that same internal debate, like, do I get a Kemper? I have an Axe-Fx. Do I use a plug-in and use a MacBook as my amp? I was never going to do that, but the thought did cross my mind. And then I was like, well, do I use a real amp? And for me, my own idea is, if I'm going to play live, dude, I'm a dad at heart. I mean, you guys know me. I love my old school Les Pauls. I love Strats. I love the old vibes of gear. And so for me, I would settle with a real amplifier and real pedals. Because to me, it makes it more of a challenge, and it makes me feel like I'm doing the real thing. That's like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to use an Axe-Fx in 2018 and late 2017, and like, I loved it, and it was cool, and it was fun, but it gets stale pretty quick. And I said in my last video, I said in one of my last videos that, like, I may have been a live stream, I can't remember. But Phil X said it best, and I wish I thought of it myself because it's a phenomenal quote. But he said an amplifier is an instrument in of itself. The way the signal passes through the preamps and through the transformers and the power amps and then goes through the speaker cabinet, it's its own thing. And what I said, and my own take on that statement is to kind of rip that off, is kind of like with a plug-in and an Axe-Fx and a Kemper 2 is like, those are all snapshots of sounds. And although you can tweak them, they're really just snapshots, and they all sound very monotonous very quickly. They all sound the same in a good way. They all sound like, I use the example of the Tonality Andy James by STL Tones. But not like probably my favorite plugin overall. But like everybody who uses that, if everybody uses preset 1, amp 1, everybody's gonna sound the same. You know what I mean? But like if everybody uses their like a real amplifier, like that Red Dual rectifier back there, everybody's gonna sound more differently versus a Kemper and a plug-in, for example, or an Axe-Fx, whatever, a digital modeler of some sort, whether it's on a computer or not. They're just snapshots of sick tones, but it's like they get stale quick because they're not real. They're not real. It's a lack of a better word or description. Is they're not real things. And I just like, if I'm going to do it for real and do it live, I'm going to do it as organic and real as possible. And like, you know, when you have like real pedal boards and real amplifiers, like amplifiers make noise, they break down, they crackle, they pop, they you know, they're imperfect machines, you know, generally speaking. And in my opinion, they're more imperfect and more organic and dynamic than a snapshot, like a Kemper, for example. And for me, that's like all a part of the experience. You know what I mean? It's like, we all, generally speaking, we love the tones of old Metallica. We love the tones of old Led Zeppelin, the tones of old Black Sabbath. Like, nobody's saying, like, oh, dude, I love Tosin Abasi's sick Axe-Fx tone on the self-titled album or something. I'm not sure if this is just a hypothetical statement. Or, like, this one person used a plugin on tour. Dude, that plugin sounded so sick. The plugin tone on that album sounds so sick. Nobody ever says that. Everybody's like, dude, that amp on this album, that amp and that live performance, that's what people like. And there's a reason, because it's more desired and it's a better sound. So, Edwin, long story short, I'd go real amp Randall Satan 1,000,000% of the time, because it's real. And it's your amp. And it's your artistic attachment to yourself. You have your guitar, and then you're playing your amplifier just as much as you're playing your guitar. But if you have a Kemper, it's kind of like shortchanging yourself, and you're gonna sound good. You're gonna sound great. Kempers sound phenomenal. But it's just gonna be like, it's a stale representation of what could be, if that makes any sense at all. I hope you and I hope everybody else watching understands that. And as I do this musical journey, and as I continue to grow a fan base and grow and meet new people and amazing people such as yourself, and see what other people are doing, and everybody watching at home, it's like, you take snippets and snapshots and ideas from everybody and you make it your own. I've yet to find somebody that's using a plugin or a Kemper and Axe-Fx sound better or creative or more interesting than somebody that's using a real amplifier. And that's the best way I could describe it. So I hope that helps. It's a long answer, but I'm very passionate about that. And I kind of had that revelation within the last couple months. So yeah, hope that answers it. I hope you didn't fall asleep on that. I saw the chat was blown up during that whole rant, so I gotta scroll back up. So thank you guys for being patient with that. Michael Carver, what's up? Okay, Mike is saying Ga Ma Tria. All right, thanks, brother. See, I told you were smart. Your gym route EMGs. Did you get the hookup from the man himself, or are they available for the public? Didn't get them hookup from the man himself. We're not that close of friends. But no, all kidding aside, like I didn't ask EMG or Jim to hook me up. I bought it myself. I pre-ordered them. Yeah. Jim's a good dude, man. He tells me some stuff behind the scenes. We've had a couple conversations privately. A lot of cool stuff on the horizon. I'll just say that. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Great dude. Great dude. I'm so thankful and lucky that I can call him a friend. Eric P, what's up, dude? Yo. Dude, Eric, you've been watching my channel, or our channel, for, what, over a year now? I always love seeing you hang out with me, man. I appreciate it. If you could join any band, who would you pick and why? I would choose my own band and do my own thing. That being said, okay, best case scenario, any band offered me a position, who would I choose and why? Or like how or whatever? I would choose like, that's a very hard question to answer. I would choose, oh man, that's really hard to answer. Because a part of me, like, right off the bat is like, I want to choose like a funk band or a pop band. And hear me out. I think if I'm going to join a band, I would want to just do something that's collectively more of a jam session. But if I wanted to do my own, if I wanted to play metal, I'd want to do my own music. But if I'm going to join a band, I wouldn't want to play somebody else's metal per se. I don't know though. That's a hard question. Like I can't imagine, like this would never happen, but I can't imagine like being in Andy James' position and him asking to permanently be joining Five Finger Death Punch, like as a permanent thing. Like I would like, the reason why it's so hard for me to answer is I'd want to start something with a group of guys and girls together and grow it together. For me, it'd be hard for me to jump into a position with something with an artistic entity and idea that has been created by other people, and then me try to fill that void. Because the reason why it's so hard for me to think that way is because it's not going to be the same band, even though it is. It's like, because I'd be joining something that was already created, I'd be playing somebody else's riffs. Like, let's say this band, I don't know, let's think of a band. Okay, first band that comes to mind, Led Zeppelin. You know, Led Zeppelin is still touring to this day. It's John Paul Jones, Robert Plant, and John Bonham. Jimmy Page is left. They're like, okay, Ray, we want you to play in Led Zeppelin. For me, it's like, I couldn't do it because I'd be playing Jimmy Page's songs. I couldn't do that. Like, I can't play somebody else's music with as much enjoyment as I'd be able to play my own music, my own riffs that I created. I said it in one of the videos I did a while back. It's like, I'd rather, when somebody asked me if I'd play in a Slipknot cover band, it's like, I'd rather play my own original riffs and music to 100 people rather than playing somebody else's music and riffs to 1,000,000 people. That's just how, like, my brain works. It's like you're just like, you're playing somebody else's creative vision, and you're trying to be that person, or, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to be somebody else, but you didn't come up with that. It's weird. It's a weird thing in my head that, like, I couldn't see myself joining another band. I could, and I want to play in a band, and I want to play in somebody else. Like, I want to play in a band, and I want to tour, and I'd want to do the whole rock star thing. Don't get it twisted. But it'd be weird for me to, like, play in, like, I don't know. I can't even think of, like, a modern band. Like, I don't know. I don't know, like Volumes, you know, for example, or something like that. I just couldn't do it. I'd rather create something myself and create something with friends and a band that is driven to want to create something from the ground up. That would be a lot more satisfying to me. But then again, if somebody's saying, hey, we want you to fill in, I'd figure it out. But it would be a little bit harder for me to accept up top. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand that? Let me know. I seriously want to know if I'm being, like, weird and, like, kind of, like, trippy and hipstery and kind of out there with that thought process. I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys think that's a weird idea? Let me know. I'm about to get a Jim Root telly. Hell yeah, dude. You won't be disappointed. Feel the same about Slayer. I enjoy a few songs. That's it. Hey, Bobby, what's up, dude? Former patron of the channel. Great supporter. Thank you so much, dude. He did lessons with me for a while. He did the mixing lessons and the theory lessons for a bit. Great supporter. All right, let's see here. I'm going to scroll down a bit. I got some catching up to do. Mobile Decay, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Or, let's see. Okay. What's the hardest Slipknot song part in your opinion? Eeyore. The downpicking in Eeyore. That is so hard to play. It's like 250 BPM, all downpick. Very hard to play. Okay, what do you think of the Seymour Duncan Blackouts AHB1 and AHB3? I don't know what AHB1 and AHB3 stand for. That being said, the Blackouts, they're okay. I like EMGs better. I think Blackouts are a little bit more rowdy and a little bit more angry, whereas EMGs are a little bit more smooth and creamy. So I'd rather go for the smooth and creamy and combat that or match that with a high gain amp rather than having a rowdy hot pickup with a rowdy hot amplifier. You know what I mean? I like having my saturation come from my amps, not my pickups per se. I don't know, I'm a little weird. But that being said, I love EMGs. Like, I love EMGs. I love them so much, man. If they didn't require batteries, I'd have them in all my guitars. But 9 volts are expensive. And Fishmans, you can power them. But I like the sound of EMGs, I think, a little bit more. Fishmans are a little bit too pokey and piercing, if that makes any sense. Things are getting crazy here. What state? California. Hey, what's up? Slipknot, Mate Feet, Killer Pete. What's up, dude? I always thought plugins sound fine. No, I agree too. Like, don't get twisted. I love the sounds of plugins. I'm just saying, for your own artistic vision, I think amplifiers, the real deal, are better. At least that's what I believe. And I love plugins. I used to work for a plugin company. I used to work for STL Tones. And I love STL Tones plugins. I don't work with them anymore. You know, just didn't work out. I went back to school. But yeah, like, I love the sounds of plugins. I just like amplifiers more, as you can see. I like amps. EMG headset or Zakk Wylde pickups? I've never tried the EMG headset. I have Zakk Wylde pickups in my Gibson Les Paul Standard. I never did a video on it. Now that I'm home and now that I'm not literally going to school. I'm doing school online. I have more time, so that video will come out eventually. It's just a matter of just knocking them out, man. You know what I mean? Just banging out the content. So you're more of an old school pedal board. Yes, Dante, I am. So I used to, I'm gonna scroll back up, just catch up with the chat. So I used to have a, what's that called? The Thing. You know, guys, help me out. The Thing. What's it? I'm being very descriptive. The Thing, not the Line 6. The Head Rush. The Head Rush. I had that. I had two of them actually. I bought one, sold it, bought it again, and sold another one. Yeah, I don't like model or pedal. I've yet to find a model pedal board that I like versus like the organic, natural pedals. Like hold on one second. So like this guy, I gotta do a video on it. It's the Keeley Caverns V2 reverb and delay. I got it for my birthday. My fiance bought it for me. I love this thing more than like a digital modeler, because like it's this, in my opinion, as I start to get weirder and weirder as I do this. But my thought process is, well, this is an instrument in of itself, and you can program it and play it all the same. Like you can literally dial in your tone, and it's yours, and it's real, and you can feel it, and you can manipulate it, and it's an instrument, in my opinion. Whereas like a modeler, sure, you can dial in tones and stuff, but it's just not the same. Like, I think what it is, it might be because like these always run the risk of breaking down or something like that. So it's like a little bit of like not fear and danger or something, but like there's always the chance of it not going as planned, and that's kind of like a cool thing. Whereas like a modeler's like, it's kind of like a for sure thing. I don't know. I'm not sure why I like the real thing more, but I just do. I think because it's the real thing, you know what I mean? It's like John Petrucci said it in his Mesa Boogie promo videos. It's like, you know, he has the JP2C, and the modelers are out there to replicate a JP2C, but it's like they're modeling something that already exists, so it's like kind of doesn't make sense. And I agree with that. It's like, why would you go for something that's modeling the real thing when the real thing's there? And they kind of cost the same thing. Like the patch on an Axe-Fx versus the real amp costs, like if you want to get a JP2C sound, you can get it on the Axe-Fx, or you can get a JP2C, and it costs the same, give or take. But you know, obviously the Axe-Fx, it has more parameters and more amps in it. I get that, but I'm just saying like the literal sound is there, so why replicate it? So I'm an old school guy with pedal boards and amplifiers, and I've had that revelation very recently. Although I do love plugins more than I like real amps, plugins, than Axe-Fx, Kemper, modelers, Head Rush, Helix, all that stuff. I'm not really sure why that is. It's just how my weird brain works. Don't know if this has been asked, but are you gonna demo the new Mercurial Euphoria plugin? No, I'm not. I've actually never even heard of that. Well, I shouldn't say no, I'm not. Words are hard. I'm gonna take my hat off for a second. I took a shower. My hair is getting irritated. I'm getting like hat hair. No, I have no plans to demo that at this moment in time. Yeah, I've never even really heard of that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna ever demo that. I've never heard of it. I might have to look that up after the stream. Have I ever tried a Kemper? Yeah, I've tried a Kemper. Tried an Axe-Fx. I like Axe-Fx better. I don't know why, just do. But I like I said a million times, I like amps better. All right, we are watching from Uruguay. Yes, it is a country. Of course, I know where Uruguay is, man. Come on now. I know it's a country. You don't have to. Come on now. Uruguay is pretty known as a country. Thank you so much for tuning in. Liked your channel after your review on the Schecter Evil Twin. Got myself the Sustainiac version. Loving it. Just wanted to say keep up with the channel, bro. Hey, thank you so much, man. Anytime I can help you with your gear accusation syndrome, or if I just, on a serious note, can help educate you and inform you about, what guitar you want to buy, by all means, man. That's a win in my book. So thank you for tuning in always. I did that like New Year's Eve 2018, so you've been around for a long time. Thank you so much for sticking around. You've come a long way, so I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you. What is your next tube amp head? Ooh, good question. I'm always looking. I'm always looking. But at the same time, I feel like I have everything I want. But that that feeling of having everything I want goes away very quickly. So if I could pick one that would be like on the agenda to get, it would probably be a Granifier by Powered by Omega, and then maybe the Fortin Sigil mini head. But I don't really like mini heads that much anymore. Like I never really heard a difference between mini heads and real heads, like big heads, if you will, until I got a dual rectifier, 100-watt dual rectifier. Then I was like, oh, that's what they're talking about, where the mini amps don't have the oomph and the low end. I never understood what that meant. I always thought they sound kind of the same until I got a dual rectifier, and then I was like, oh, all right, now I understand what they're talking about. Something about the Power 2s just resonate the sound that much more. So I'd probably go with the Granifier because the Granifier is, well, it was the Iridium, but now it's changed to the Granifier. That is by far the best amplifier that I've ever tried in my life. I just literally plugged it right in, my cable right in with my Balaguer archetype, and dude, it was just like the sickest tone I've ever seen in my life or heard in my life by far. So if I had to pick a new amplifier, probably be the Granifier, but I'm probably more interested in getting some new guitars in the near future whenever this thing blows over. I got to get the Jazzmaster, and then I might get a Dean, and then sell some stuff here to fund these purchases and make a profit. Because anytime I get something, something's got to go. So, it's not like I can just, get all the gear in the world. I gotta be smart about it. Rudy Ayub, sup, Broob? Sup, dude? Broop? What's up, dude? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're staying safe over there in California. If you guys have not subscribed, I'm sure every single one of you guys has already subscribed. Subscribe to Rudy Ayub. Funny cat. I certainly am funnier, but, the YouTube algorithm doesn't like my comedy as much as him. So, what are you going to do, right? All kidding aside, Rudy, phenomenal comedian, even better guitar player in my opinion. Blows my doors off. Yeah, go subscribe to his channel. All right. EVH Lunchbox or PV Mini Head? PV Mini Head. PV Mini Head, the 6505 is, I'm assuming what you're talking about, or the Invective. I don't know, because the Invective was supposed to come out like 2 years ago. I don't think it's still out. I wanted to get the Invective Mini Head, but then it like never came out to the public, and then like it disappeared. So I would go 6505 Mini Head because it has more diversity and it has like sicker features, like it has an XLR out and stuff like that. So I see Rudy is blowing up, is breaking my my feed because everybody's saying bro. Dude, Rudy, if you're still there, man, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for what you do for the community. Like, you certainly did something really original with your channel, and like, it was so fun to watch you. Like, we virtually met like, well, when you had like 15K or something like that, and then like, look at you now, man. You're like a damn legend on YouTube. So I just want to say, if you're there and if you're not, if somebody could relay the message, man, like Rudy, like you're a legend. I look up to your channel. I love your content, man, and I love what you do for the community. You're hilarious, and you're just a good dude, and just a really good content creator. So I appreciate you, man. Do you ever stub your toe on your amps? No. I stub my toe on basically everything else in life and around the world. Like I'll trip and fall on a flat surface, but I've, knock on wood, have yet to stub my toe on my amplifiers. Granted, after the stream, as soon as I get up, I'll trip and fall, stub my toe, and break my foot. So riffing / tremolo picking on the lower strings. Do you think a set of humbuckers EMGs would tighten up the sound to get more definition on those fatter riffs? Versus... Okay, that's a very open-ended question. I mean, sure, humbucker always works. Humbuckers are sick. I like them more than single coils because single coils don't have the oomph behind them. In technical terms, oomph. But if you want to get a tightness definition, get an overdrive pedal. Get rid of the bass on your amplifier. Don't get it past like noon or 1 o'clock on the dial, whatever you want to call it. And then yeah, less gain, especially. Less gain is something that I always struggled with. But the less gain you have, the more definition you have, and it's kind of like common sense. Like it's like duh, no, no duh. But as metalheads and metal guitar players, it's like we don't think of that. And it's like we want more gain, more gain, more gain. You know, more gain, more metal, right? You know, it's kind of like a meme I kind of created in my head. But yeah, man, just less gain and makes your sound that much tighter. So all right, I've been going for just 45 minutes now. I see all your questions and your comments. I'm not gonna stop answering questions. I'm not gonna stop hanging out with you guys. Just want to take a break right here to talk about the near and distant future and see if you guys can elaborate on that. And then I'll get back to the questions in the hangout. All right. So I put up a poll today on the YouTube, like the community tab, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to see what you guys are interested in the content that I'm creating, because you know I'm always trying to just tap into what you guys want and what you guys are looking to get from me, and just, you know, keep it grounded and not get too far away from what you guys are wanting to see from me. So I put up a poll about, you know, what do you guys want to see, and I did like covers, pedal demo. You know, I got this one, I got another pedal I've yet to do. Something else too, I forget what it was, but anyway, music theory lessons was like almost 50% out of like 5 choices. And so that's exciting because I want to teach. I really want to be a teacher on this channel. So I just want to ask you guys real quick, would you guys be interested in music theory lessons and tips and tricks geared towards metal? Because I think there's a huge void in the lack of, or I think there's a huge void in the amount of knowledge for music theory for metal guitar players. So is that something you'd be interested in? And if so, yeah, so just let me know, because I like I said, I've said it a couple times on the channel. I'll just say it again since you guys are here watching. I learned theory in a classroom from a pianist, and then I learned it by jamming and playing songs, jazz songs, with jazz artists and classical guitarists. And it was very frustrating for me personally on a personal level, because I didn't have anybody to like help me out on how to translate all this like classical, traditional, you know, Mozart classical ideas, translate that into a metal guitar player. And it took myself, I did it all by myself, and it took forever for me to figure it out. But then once I did, I was like, oh my god, this is literally so easy. People that do all these theory ideas on the internet and on their YouTube videos, man, they just make it so much more complex than it needs to be. And I'm not saying like I know more than anybody else, or I'm like so much more eclectic and smart, for lack of a better word. I'm just saying I figured it out how to apply it to metal guitar. And once I did that, it made me angry as much as it made me excited. So if you guys are interested in that, I'd be willing to do a theory lesson like once a week. Maybe like on every Monday I could do a theory lesson, and like Friday would be like, you know, so Monday theory, or you know, just lesson in general, theory, guitar, tip, trick, whatever. Wednesday would be the Ask Ray portion of the channel, where, you know, you guys pick my brain and it allows me to answer questions. And then Friday would be like either a cover or a demo of a guitar, an amp, a pedal, etc. Or just, you know, like a free day for whatever I want to do. And then I would love to keep that structure going if you guys are into it. It seems like you guys are. I've seen you guys pop up yes with theory, because theory is so easy. If you can count to 12 and if you can count to 7, you can do theory. Like there's no more notes in music than 12. Like that's it. Like Steve Vai, one of the best players of all time. Jason Richardson, one of the best players of all time. John Petrucci, one of the best players of all time. They only have 12 notes to pick from, just like everybody else in the world. And when I figured that out, although I don't personally want to be a shredder, I want to be the best version of myself, I figured it out that these dudes just know all the same notes as everybody else, and they don't like have the knowledge for more notes than anybody else. And I want to teach that to you guys, and let you guys see these light bulbs that my individual students see. And I want to teach it in more broad strokes, because my students, they get to ask me one-on-one and ask their specific questions, and they get more in depth. But I want to teach it in more broad strokes, and then, you know, continue to dive deeper in theory and music theory for metal, because I have a video coming out on Monday that I just filmed about this topic, but I want to teach it, and I want to show you guys that, hey, it's so easy. It's so easy, and once you figure it out, it's like the guitar becomes a new thing. It's not like just detuned chugs and then breakdowns and then that's it. It's like it becomes an instrument, and it becomes, at least for me, it became so much clearer, and I was able to understand what the hell I was doing. So if that's something you're into, I'm gonna look at the chat. It seems like nobody said no. If you said no, that's fine too. I mean, I don't hold it against you if you're not interested in that. You know, I can't please everybody, but yeah, that's what the plan is. All right, so I'm gonna hop into the chat, see what you guys are saying, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Yes, for theory, do theory Thursdays. That's actually not a bad idea. Hey, stay cool, Ray. Thanks, James. You too, brother. All right, let's go back up. I appreciate it, bro. Thanks, Rudy. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah. Theory. Yes. Okay, cool. So that might be what the foreseeable future is, doing some theory, man. I mean, and maybe it's not every week, but just more of it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I try to keep it fresh and keep it fun and keep it exciting, and not just do the same thing that everybody else on the internet's doing. You know, like Fluff. I love Fluff. I look up to Fluff. He's a friend of mine, and I look up to his channel. But, like, I can't compete with him because he, you know, he just has been doing it longer. He has more of a reputation, a better reputation, and is bigger. So, like, rather than trying to be as good as Fluff, I'll just try to be as good as I can be myself. You know what I mean? So, that's just the way I look at things and how I decide on how to create my content. So, all right, maybe I'll start doing some theory more and more often. So, I appreciate you guys listening to that kind of PSA, just kind of getting some feelers out there. So, yeah, let's just keep hanging out, huh? Let's see. So here's a hypothetical question. Let's say Fender, Dean, Kiesel, ESP, Jackson, Solar versus guitar companies wants to make custom guitar for you. Which company would you choose? Okay, I see what you're saying. So, like, hypothetical question, let's say any of these companies could make me a custom, which one would I do? That's a very good question. It's a very good question. I wouldn't do Kiesel. No offense to Kiesel. Kiesel makes phenomenal guitars, but they're all custom. So it's like, I wouldn't choose a custom company. I would choose a company that doesn't really delve into customs to make it that much more custom. You know what I mean? Fender, they don't do stainless steel frets. No, I wouldn't do them. Who else was in there? ESP, maybe. Jackson, maybe. Dean, I might disappoint you with this answer, but I'd probably go Dean, and the reason being is because I've met, like, their entire team, like the entire Dean team, and, like, dude, they're like the coolest people, man. They call themselves a biker gang that makes guitars, and it's like the truest statement. Like, without going into too much, it's not even bad. Like when I went down there and they were hanging out at the Dean event, like, they were just, like, you know, kicking back, having a couple beers, drinking some, you know, some liquor or whatever, and just, like, hanging out all at the same time, being very professional and serious. And it's like, that's such a fun environment to be in. Now, I know not every day they're not going to be, you know, hanging out and drinking, you know what I mean? But it's like, they understood that event that I went down to, the Dean AAA. I have the badge over there. They're just, like, the nicest people, man. They're, like, the most grounded company, and it's a lot more. I don't know. It's a lot more enjoyable knowing the people that build your stuff, or, like, the people that back you or your stuff. And so, like, I kind of accidentally fell into loving Dean and the Dean team because of the whole Gibson thing. You know, like, keeping it 100% with you guys. Like, Dean wasn't on my radar per se, just because, you know, we like what we like, and circumstances that are in this world just make you like certain things more than others. And I always just I liked Gibson, and I love their old school dad vibe, and amongst other companies. And then, like, Dean kind of just, like, Evan, the CEO, just, like, hit me up and was like, you know, let's just stay in touch and stay in contact. And yeah, it's just, like, from there, then when he invited me down and I met him, and then I met every single person that he works with and who builds the guitars, it's like I have, like, 4 or 5 of them in my phone. Not to be like, you know, look how many phone numbers I have, but more or less to just show, like, hey, these people they're genuinely good people, and they want to do the right thing, and they want to make awesome guitars, and they want to help out musicians rather than like just try to take your money and make a lesser product. Not to say any of the other companies that you mentioned in this hypothetical question don't do that, but I'm just saying I can personally confirm that the Dean team is the nicest people that I've ever met. Tone King, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? It's always good to see you. Hope you had a good live stream. I'm assuming you're done by now. I stopped in, said hello, was checking out, what you're up to today. So I hope you're doing good, man. I hope the family's staying safe. And you and I were supposed to meet up and do a stream in the near future, but this whole thing is kind of messing everything up, and we're all just locked down in our house, man. So I miss you, man. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's healthy in the household, man. I sincerely mean that, and thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you, man. All right, let's see, dude. Let's see what we got here. I'm just starting out with writing metal, so I'd love to do some theory, my dude. Hell yeah, Brian. Well, I'll be sure to help you out, man. Let's see here. When is a guitar solo collab on Luna Muerta coming out? So that is all compiled. That's all good to go. For those of you who don't know, everybody who submitted a solo entry for my giveaway on the Diesel VH4 pedal, I have everybody's entry, and I just have to compile it for a video. That'll be coming out very soon, man. Again, everybody's schedule just kind of got rocked by this whole thing. I can't say it. You guys know what it is. But yeah, don't worry. It's coming soon. It'll be out soon, and I can't wait to show you guys what everybody's entries are, because a lot of people, all people blow my doors off, man. Phenomenal entries on that contest. So thank you guys for all you who put in an entry. I appreciate you. Ricky, hey everyone, what's up, dude? Andrew Sylvester, so many badass guitar companies out there. It's a hard question. Yeah, exactly. I picked Dean, man, just because it's like I said, I fell into the team. Evan found me, and then like once I like saw his intentions and like just saw he was a cool dude, and like the whole team's just like a cool dude or cool set of dudes and dudettes, guys and girls, man. It was just like, dude, this is like, if I could work for Dean, I would, you know what I mean? Like I would love to work for them, because they're real people. They're real people, and in a giant corporation like that, it's hard to find in the world, generally speaking, with a big business like that, it's hard to find real people that have good intentions. More often than not, in the business side of things, if it's a giant company, there's a lot of ill intent, because they're all about making money. Whereas Dean, yes, they want to make money. Yes, they want to be profitable. Yes, they want to be successful. But they understand that it doesn't hurt to be a good person along the way. And it's the coolest thing ever, man. So if you guys haven't checked out Dean, this is not a Dean advertisement by any means. None of them will probably even watch this. But if you guys have the means to check out a Dean guitar, I certainly could recommend nothing. I could Ray ran out of words. I recommend them, and I can't say anything bad about them. Go check them out. Tone King can confirm, excuse me. Let's see here. Tone King, Dean team is awesome. Everybody here is great. Hope your family are here well. Great, man. I hope that stays that way. I want you guys to remain healthy, as well as everybody else watching. Just stay at home. Stay healthy, man. Don't do anything crazy. Don't go out to a big, giant, crowded area, because there's, this thing is getting a lot of people, sick, and I don't want anybody to get sick, man. I want everybody to be healthy and be happy. Above all, just be happy, and just hunker down, everybody. We'll be all right. We'll ride this out, and I'll just be doing streams and creating videos from home and going to school from home. A dean of some sort. Will it be the first guitar I get after quarantine? Hell yeah, man. That's exciting to hear. Depending on what your budget is, I know you'll love it. I played all their lines down in Florida, Tampa, Florida. Everything from their starter or their lesser value, whatever you want to call it, just entry level, versus the custom shop, they're all great, man. They're all great guitars. And it's like, if I could speak about another company, it's like them and Schecter. Dean and Schecter are the two companies, in my opinion, that have really good, consistent guitars throughout. Like, some companies that have like their cheap models and they're really cheap, and they have their expensive models and they're great, but like there's a huge gap in between. Whereas Dean and Schecter, in my opinion, amongst others, a few others, but those are the two that stand out. Like their quality control and their level of goodness, to put it in technical terms, is very even across the board. So I'm glad that you're gonna get a Dean, man. I appreciate you sharing that because that makes me happy. I want to work for Gibson. I want to work for Gibson and sue everybody. You'll make a lot of money. You make a lot of money working for Gibson. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Hey, dude, that bums me out, man. I hate that Gibson is like that now because you guys know me. Like I love Gibson. Like I can't deny the fact that I love Gibson and I love their old school stuff, man. Like I love my Les Paul Custom, man. It's like a cherished piece of mine. I love my dad's guitar. I love my 92 Standard. I love all the Deans, all the Gibsons, man. But dude, like, just the negative connotation that comes from that company nowadays is just such a bummer, dude. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I hate it so much. I hate that, like if you like Gibson, you're like looked down upon. Like, oh, Gibson, you like Gibson? What do you like? Hate America or something? You know, you're like, what do you hate the world? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you like Gibson, you're like a bad person now in a weird way. It's such a shame, man, because it's just a guitar, man, and I don't understand why they're like so hell-bent on suing like Kiesel and Heritage and Dean and cease and desist with Reverend, and I'm sure I'm missing one or two. It's like, why? Like, why, dude? Like, you're Gibson. Like, you won. Like, you're that's like I think I said it in a video last year when I made the rant about it. It was a rant. I was like, that's like Michael Jordan talking badly about a high school basketball player. It's like, you did it. You did it, man. You did it. It's like, like, why? You already have $1 billion. What do you need, $2 billion? What are you gonna do with that? Buy another Lambo? It's like, who cares? Let somebody else get a Lambo. Like, what the heck? Like, I don't get it, and I hate it. But at the same time, thank you to Gibson because then I met Evan Rubinson and I met the Dean team. So, I thank Gibson for being such terrible PR people and hiring Mark Agnesi. And I'm sure Mark didn't write that script, but hey, he took the fall for it, and that was crazy. That was a crazy. You guys remember that last year? How crazy that was? That was like a damn soap opera. That was a lot of fun to watch. I was having a good time watching that. Who knows? Maybe it'll pop off again. I mean, they already like sued Heritage and Kiesel this year, but I didn't think it was worthy enough of a video because it's like, I don't know. When you start to rant, you start to invite a lot of haters, and I try to refrain from being so. I don't like to be negative. I really don't. I don't like being negative at all. I like to be positive and just hang out and just chill out. You know what I mean? Just talk about fun stuff. And when you start to rant and when you start to talk bad about a company or a person, you know, even if they're in the wrong, like Gibson, let's be real, they're 95% of people would agree they're in the wrong. But the 5% of people that disagree, that's fine. You're allowed to have your opinion. But more often than not, they're very antagonistic and very mean. Just mean. That's the best way I can describe it. And I've gotten a lot of Gibson fans really angry and writing like death threats to me because I said I didn't like them. So I try to keep it positive. I just try to keep it moving. Try to be like, you know, happy all the time because the world can be not so happy. You know what I mean? I'd have a Toyota Celica over a Lambo any day. Hell yeah, dude. That insurance would be down. That's for sure. A Dean of some sort would be the first car. Okay, got that. Dean's Telly looks pretty good. Yeah, the what's it called? Like the Nashville or something like that. Yeah, it looks sick. I would have gotten a cool looking Dean V, but it was $2,500. Yeah, it's a little expensive. I mean, expensive is relative. I mean, $300 could be expensive to somebody. It's expensive to me. Like I said, I said it about an hour ago. I can't buy a guitar without selling one. So, I mean, everything's expensive in this hobby that we love and this industry. It's a very expensive hobby by any means. Micah, love my Dean Z. Hell yeah, dude. So Micah is, like I said, a student of mine. He always plays his Dean in standard. We rock on standard, and I teach him theory on his Dean. So yeah, man, you got quite the Z there, man. I envy you as much as I am happy for you that you have that guitar. I think it's sick, man. And you got it for so cheap too. What a steal. Even the lowest end Deans sound great. I agree. I'm not just saying that just because like I'm a Dean spokesperson. I'm not. I don't work for Dean. I can say whatever I want. I don't work for anybody. I work for you guys. That's right. I'm here. Thank you for your service. Next question. Thoughts on the Dean v. Kerry King signature V. Wait, I read that wrong. Thoughts on the Dean King. Here we go. Thoughts on the Dean Kerry King signature V. It's very Kerry King. It's very Kerry King. I'll say that. It's okay. I don't like the shape. I don't like the shape. I don't like the horns. I don't like the horns on the bottom. I mean, it's Kerry's guitar. It's sick. I would love it. I seriously would love it if it was just like a normal Dean V. Like with the normal headstock and the normal wings. Like if it was just a normal one, but it had the Sustainiac and the Kahler and the EMG, that would be sick for me. And like the what's that like? I think it had like coffin nails or something on the frets, and it had the lights. I mean, you guys saw my video. You guys saw that. Like that thing was sick, but it's just a little too angular and a little too, yeah, just not my thing, man. I'm an old school at heart. I'm a dad at heart. You guys know this. I'm sound like a broken record. I don't like angular guitars. I don't like BC Rich guitars. I don't like Ibanez guitars. You know, the aesthetics. You know, I like stuff that's a little bit more rounded and a little bit more traditional, conservative. But all at the same time having metal qualities, hence the Jim Root Strat. It's like the epitome of what I'm trying to say right now. So, yeah. Let's see here. I got my Dean for $150. Yeah, told you, man, it was a steal. Dean is on the top of my list after seeing how cool they have been. Yes, I agree, man. I can't say enough good things about them. You know, they're just like cool people, man. They're not awkward, and you know, it's okay to be awkward. I'm awkward all the time. I don't know what to say when I'm talking on the camera, but when I say awkward, like they're not like they're just like normal people, man. They're just like they treat you like a person. Like I was a guest. I was like the only YouTuber content creator at their AAA Armadillo All Access event in December, where like they did the pre-NAMM thing, and like they had that, what's that guy's name with the crazy hairdo on Guitar World magazine? He's got like short hair, black hair, and it's like always kind of wet and kind of like hangs low. Forget his name. You guys know what I'm talking about. Good guitar player, really good guitar player. Like he was there with Guitar World, and like there's people from Australia, dealers from New York City. Like Sweetwater was there, musician friend I think was there, and yeah, Paul, that dude, Paul was there. And, like I got to hang out with him, and then like you know Kerry King was there, Michelangelo Badio was there. He since left Dean, but he was there. Krista Martucci was gonna be there, but he had to cancel because of a snowstorm. But what I'm getting at is like it's like all these reps, man. Vinnie Moore was there. Like I was riding a shuttle next to Vinnie Moore, like. Vinnie Moore was sitting next to me with his wife, and I was just like hanging out. Like, you know, here's Ray riding solo, and like all these legends are all over the place. And like they invited me and like treated me all the same as everybody else. It was just like the sickest thing, man. And again, not trying to say like, oh, look how good I have it, look how lucky I am. I'm just trying to paint the picture of like how sick Dean is as a company. You know what I mean? It's like they were like the coolest thing, and they invited me down to some other. These guys like to party, man. They all they do is party, in February they had another event, another party, but it was like February 19th, and I got this on February 18th, and I was racked up in the hospital on medication, so I couldn't fly. I think my arm would have swelled up and popped or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't think flying with stitches the day after a surgery and trying to figure out how to get to Armadillo Enterprises the day after surgery was smart. So I had planned that for like 2 months, and my arm was killing me, so it was bumming me out. But again, Evan just invited me. You know, he hit me up the other day. We talked briefly, just making sure he's safe. Getting off track. Long story short, Dean Guitars is so sick, man, and I'm extremely happy for them, and I'm seeing a resurgence of their company, and they're getting more in the public eye, it seems like. And I'm just stoked that I was able to be a part of that. You know what I mean? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, man. You guys have got awesome comments and questions. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Thanks, Ray. And everyone, remember, it's getting worse now, but then it'll get better. It's how the process works. Also, remember what Kevin Hart said on Twitter, find a positive in every negative. True. Yeah, if we could bring it back to real world things. Yeah, it's getting bad. It's getting bad out there. People are getting really sick, man. But just everybody just chill out, relax. We'll be all right. We'll be fine. All right, let's see what else. Guys, you guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much, dude. Don't lose faith in Gibson. Don't forget Ford made the Pinto. True. Like I said, yeah, like I said I don't want to play new Gibsons, and I still don't. I don't want to play new Gibsons. I can't help it. I love my old cherished ones. But like the new Gibson, it's just like there's so many other independent companies and smaller companies out there that are like just not as fortunate as having the Gibson name on their headstock. So it's like support those people. Support the Balaguers of the world. Support the Vicious Guitars. Support the what's another good one? Like a smaller one. I'm trying to think. Jericho. You know, like those companies. And when I say small, I just mean smaller as more of a niche, not a Gibson where they have Slash as the artist roster. I mean, I'm not talking down on these companies. I'm just saying they're just a little bit smaller, but doesn't mean they're not as successful or don't put out quality stuff. They probably put out better quality stuff, honestly. Yeah, just like, long story short, it's like when you have companies that are like suing people. Yeah, Kiesel, it's another one. Kiesel's even, I would say Kiesel's even a little bit bigger. Like they're growing. That's a good thing though. That's not a bad thing. But yeah, it's like with so many companies out there and so many options, it's like in 2020, I don't think you have the means or you don't have the legs to stand on. Yeah, solar. There you go. You don't have the legs to stand on because there's a million other companies that people can choose. Ormsby, it's another one. Ormsby. Yeah, it's like back in the day in the 60s when you had Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Danelectro, and like, I don't know, maybe that's it. Sure, then Gibson, I guess, could kind of wave their flag and be, look, we're the best, blah, blah, blah. Now it's 2020, there's thousands of companies. And, you know, look what happened to Chapman, Rob Chapman. You know, I didn't make a video on that in a negative way because I didn't want to report on negativity and drama. But look what happened to them, or to him and them, I guess. You know, it's like, you got to be so careful with what you do because you can unfortunately say one wrong thing or make one wrong move and, you know, things could turn bad pretty quickly. And that's a lesson to be learned that I certainly learned from is like, dude, man, you got to watch what you send your entity. So just take that with a grain of salt and just like say Roger this and just be a good person. You know what I mean? So I don't know why Gibson's doing all that. I really don't. I think my first Dean will be the ultimate one, the Dean from Hell. Solid choice. And my Gibson Explorer is still my favorite axe. There's nothing wrong with that. I love my Gibsons. I'll never part with that one for anything, not even an identical Explorer. Like I said, man, sentimental value guitars are amazing. I have sentimental Gibsons. I don't agree with what they're doing, but I can't deny the fact that I like their old stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's nothing wrong with liking them. I just don't like their business idea right now. And like when they steamrolled all those, like, what was that, Firebird? Like, why do they do that? You know what I mean? Why do they do that? That's like, they did like what, 200 Firebirds or something? That was insane. Don't go robbing Costco of toilet paper. Of its toilet paper, yes. One roll, guys, 1 or 2 rolls. We'll be alright. Have you ever checked out Halo Custom Guitars? So I've always done like the builder, like where you like, you know, you like create your own guitar or whatever. And I never pulled the trigger. I've heard bad things about Halo guitars. Do you guys ever try a Halo? Has anybody ever tried a Halo? Either bought one from them or played one? I've never tried one and I've never played one, but I've heard that they had like bad quality control or something like that. Can anybody confirm this? That the rumors that I've heard? Again, I don't know how true they are, but I heard like they had like poor craftsmanship or something, or you know, something like that. I don't really remember, but yeah, no, I've never tried one. I've always done like the online builder, and like that builder looks sick. Like you can make sick guitars on it, but I just never did it, man. I just never pulled the trigger. So I don't know if I ever will. I don't know if I have, or I don't know if I will. Just because I haven't yet. Let's see here. We all at home, staying healthy and resting, hanging out with amazing people. It feels amazing staying in touch with the music community. Thanks for the live streams, Ray. Dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. It's, you know, isn't it kind of funny how like as soon as this happens, this thing, that like all the creators are just like pumping out live streams and just hanging out with everybody. It's like it's a weird thing of like how in a crappy time everybody's just hanging out, and like it makes everybody closer, and it kind of just like makes everybody remember like, hey, we're kind of like in this together. We're no better than anybody else. It's exciting in a way, in a weird way, in a negative situation. I guess exciting is not the right word. It's refreshing, I guess, is the better word. That like we're all kind of like pulling together, and we're all just kind of just like we're all like knocked down to square, back down to level one, square one. If we're playing around the world, we were on level 11. Now we're back to 1. We got to make the layup. You know what I mean? Like, for those of you who get that reference, the around the world basketball game. It's like we're all in the same boat, man. Like nobody's doing anything cooler than anybody else. Nobody's on tour right now. Nobody's doing gear rundown interviews. Nobody's doing anything sick. We're all just doing what we can in the confines of our homes and our studios. So it's really fun, and it's really exciting to see people streaming a lot more, and it's even more exciting that people are supporting people in any way possible. Like watching some streams, it's fun watching people getting super chats. Like I was watching a gamer, a YouTube gamer, the MLB guy I was talking about. He got like a $200 super chat just because. I was like, that's incredible, man. Watching people get this support from their peers and their fans, if you will. I wouldn't call you guys fans. I call you guys friends. Because, like, I do the same thing that you guys do. Just watch streams with everybody and just hang out. So, it's just cool, man. It's just cool watching everybody kind of just come together, you know what I mean? So, I appreciate you guys, is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to turn down my lights a little bit because I'm looking more and more like a ghost as the sun goes down. Alright, maybe this is the one that's turning me into a damn zombie. No, I'm still looking rather zombie-ish, so I'm just going to rock with it. So I'm looking at me. Okay. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know, man. Like, something about this camera, this phone right here that I'm using, my iPhone, like, I'm always washed out. And I haven't figured it out yet. But that's alright. We'll rock it. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm not going anywhere. Just saying thank you. If I don't say it enough, thank you. I appreciate you. Have you ever checked out Halo? Okay, got that one. While staying at home, yep. If you love the Gibson style guitar but are pissed off at them, order a Heritage guitar. Yeah, Heritage is the new one that's like cease and desist. So wait, if you point the camera at a light source, it image out. We appreciate. So yeah, but I did that. So like, and then I was trying to like lock on my face, but I can't do that here. Now, because like it's like literally dark in here, but it just like automatically washes out. Let me try something. Let me try that. Is that a little better? That might be better. I might just rock this. Yeah, so like it's like super dark in here, but for whatever reason, it's bright on the camera. I don't know, man. Yeah, it looks better actually. Actually, I don't look like a pale ghost. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Hey, you guys can see me. I kind of this is a little white, but I'm like at the lowest thing possible. Let's see. See, now I'm like sitting in the dark. I can't do that. I'm gonna stick with this. Thanks for letting me figure this out, man. I'm a professional here on the internet. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm rocking with this. I'm going with this. Thanks for being patient and sticking up or putting up and sticking with me. And now I just gotta work on my words and how to speak properly. Let's see here. Josh Chapman. Oh. Okay. Arf, P90 for metal or not? Nah, I don't like P90s. P90s are weird. They're good for like doom metal or whatever. I don't really like doom metal per se. They're like kind of like fuzzy. They're kind of like fuzz pedals in a pickup kind of thing. Adam Mays, thanks, Ray. Gotta sign off. Hey man, everybody say goodbye to Adam. Later, dude. Hope you enjoy your night and or day, depending on where you are in the world. So, yeah, take it easy, man. Yeah, so P90s, nah, not at all. P90s are weird. I don't like P90s. I'd rather go single coils more than P90s. Yeah, weird. Let's see here. It's great that we can still talk without risk today. Yeah, man, could you imagine if this popped off in, like, 2005? 2004, like what would we do? We would have nothing. Like, could you imagine? Okay, imagine the internet's not a thing back in like 2004, 2005, like the internet was around, but there was no like streaming or any of that stuff. Like, what would we do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what would we do for entertainment? There'd be no tours. There'd be no content creators. That'd be weird. That'd be weird to try to put yourself in that situation. Oh my God, that'd be weird. So I'm very thankful that I have the means to talk with you guys, and you guys have the means to talk with me and your favorite creators. So, yeah, strange time, man. Phil Clark, I have arrived. What's up, my brother? What happened to my Ibanez M8M guitar? Oh, man, I got rid of that a long time ago. I got rid of that in, like, January 2018. Like, right after I did the Bleed video, my second most popular video on my channel, I got rid of it. It's sick guitar, but no fretboard markers on the 8 string. It is near impossible to play anything past the 5th fret, in my opinion, or like the 7th fret. As soon as you have to look down, try to play leads, it's really hard to do. Really hard to do because you guys know me. I love block inlays. Almost all my guitars have big giant block inlays, and that's not to say like I'd like to think I'm not a bad guitar player or anything like that, but I just need it, or I prefer it for a visual, because the more strings you add, like even a 7 string, the more strings you add, it's like you lose point of, I need a point of reference. I like to have a point of reference, and you know, I could certainly close my eyes and figure it out, but it's like work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? So that's why I like block inlays, and so I got rid of the M8M because like it's nothing but a gent machine, in my opinion. It's not built for anything other than that, and that's fine, but it just wasn't for me. And with the exception of one player, I don't like playing signature guitars. You know what I mean? Like, signature guitars are cool. Well, I guess too, because I have a JP15, but I don't really even play it that much. It's a sick guitar, just not for me, because I like playing guitars that aren't signature guitars, and that's another reason why I got rid of the 8 string. So yeah, hope that answers your question. This is fun, man. You guys having fun? I'm having fun, man. It's so sick that guys and girls like you talk to me and hang out with me just in the confines of your home. Like, so sick. Thank you. I appreciate you. If you point to okay, and we appreciate you, Sir Jeff, fellow lesson doer / student of mine. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Jeff, if you're still watching, man, we were just talking about my lessons and how like I've been applying theory to metal and hard rock. You know, Jeff's a punk rocker at heart, but he's been diving into some 7 string and some metal stuff and hard rock stuff. So, you know, Jeff, we were just talking about, you know, just music theory and how like I'm trying to apply it to metal because people don't teach it that way. So I hope he could attest and say that like I'm doing an okay job at that. Yeah. Fellow support areas, I'm here and your lessons definitely help. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Jeff's a great dude. I love hanging out with him on a weekly basis. All right. Sorry, bro. Haha. Good to hear you're doing well. It's all good, brother. What specs would you want in your own custom guitar, regardless of brand? It's like my favorite question to ask, because I ask that myself, like on a daily basis. Like, you're always like, I think guitar players and bass players are always looking for like the next thing, like the next creation of like, what would I get? So for me, it's pretty simple. It's just the colors change more often than not. Yes, I did just dab, and I'm bringing back 2017. So, you know, I told you I'm a dad at heart. I'm a couple years behind in terms of the fads. So my specs on a custom guitar are always the same, and mahogany body, roasted maple neck, ebony board, block inlays, 25.5-inch scale, 24 jumbo stainless steel frets, bone nut. I think bone nut, locking tuners, hip shot, fixed bridge, bolt-on construction. I like bolt-ons because they're cheaper, and I don't like. I used to like neck throughs because everybody else likes neck throughs, but then I realized I don't like when the entire guitar vibrates. Some people like that, but I personally don't. I like the I feel like when neck throughs are like very dark sounding and extremely resonant, and I like things to be a little bit brighter, and I think a bolt-on has a little bit more of a brighter tonality to it. So that would be my and pickups. Yeah, I'm boring. 8160 EMG 8160. Yeah. So mahogany body, roasted maple neck, ebony board, 25.5-inch scale. Jumbo stainless steel frets, ebony board if I didn't say that, bone nut, bolt-on construction, hip shot, fixed bridge, string through. Yeah, that's what I would do. All right, let's see. Got more questions. You guys are killing it right now. Thank you guys. I could reamp some DIs through Synergy Savage and a Soldano preamps. There you go. Hey, if you guys want to hit up Xander Wild, you guys can do some reamps. We were just staying home, either hanging out with our family or friends, or playing traditional games, watching TV. I'm glad we have internet. Yeah, exactly. Like if this was back in the day, man, we'd be doing board games and go fish. The only thing I'd want to do was it'd be like play Mario Kart, or like old school PS2 MLB The Show, or like NASCAR Thunder 2004. But apart from that, everything else would suck, in my opinion. God, we have it so good. Back in the day, it was so much different. Have you checked out the new Code Orange album? Nah, I don't like Code Orange. People are making fun of it, really. Nah, I just don't like Code Orange. Don't hate them, just not really my thing, you know what I mean? Did I just dab? Yes, I did just dab. We've been over that. I'm a dad at heart. Okay, moving on. Let's keep it going. What are some good Slipknot, I'm assuming, songs for beginner to intermediate guitar players to learn? Big fan of your stuff, man. Keep it up. Thanks, dude. Beginner Slipknot songs. Like, what are the easy ones? Ooh, easy Slipknot songs. I don't know. You guys have any off the top of your head? Easy Slipknot songs? Like, I think, oh, man, easy Slipknot songs. I don't know. They're all kind of, like, intermediate to hard. They're all kind of intermediate. Like, most of them are intermediate. Spit it out before I forget. Iowa. Yes. Duality, I would say yes, but the pinch harmonic's hard to get that sound, to get that, you know. I won't do that again. I won't embarrass myself trying to do a pinch harmonic live through my voice. Please don't sign off. Please just keep watching. Please don't get mad at me for trying that. Easy, like Duality's easy, like the da 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 ba da ba da. Apart from I just did it again. Apart from the pinch harmonic, I would say that, and the tremolo picking is a little hard, but Duality's easy. Before I forget, I would say no, because it's all down pick, and it's a lot of gallop down picking. Spit It Out is pretty easy. I would say Spit It Out. Iowa, very easy. I agree with that. The Burden. Yes, The Burden. I forgot about that song. That's like the bonus song, right? Yeah, apart from that, I would say Duality. Duality, I agree with you guys. Now that I think about it, just the pinch harmonic would be hard. Yeah, so I feel like I'm missing one. Like, Psychosocial is easy, except for the pinch harmonic and the solo. If you don't do the solo, it's really easy. Dead Memories is, you got that weird 5/8 stretch. That's hard. I don't know. They're all kind of like intermediate to hard. They're all like kind of middle of the road. So I don't know, man. That's a really hard question. I'd have to do some more thinking on that. If you want to ask that question on an Ask Ray, I could do my research and then answer it in another video if I like think about it more. I'm not really sure. Thank you so much for answering my questions. Really love your videos for a year, and actually hit the like button. Hey, bye for now. Later, dude. I appreciate you, man. Everybody follow Scully ML. Say thank you so much for stopping in, and everybody hit that like button. We have 44 people watching. I'm going to do the cliche gamer thing. Everybody smash that like button. There's another dab for you, Micah. Hey, Ray. I'm Saxon from Instagram. Hey, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. I love your album, and I was hopefully wanting to create a track with you. What is your opinion on Steve Vai's album? It's a loaded question. Well, first off, thank you so much for checking out Luna Muerta, my solo project. I appreciate you. Create a track with me. Hey, man, I'm always open to do collabs and projects with people, so the fact that you want to do that with me, thank you. I really appreciate that. Maybe one day down the road we can make that happen, all right? And what is my opinion on Steve Vai's album? I'm not sure which one you mean, but Steve Vai's like kind of... I like Steve Vai's Passion Warfare and the Ultrazone. I like his old stuff. I'm not really sure about if he has a new one. I'm not familiar with it because I'm not too well versed in Steve Vai's like I'm not current on Steve Vai's stuff. You know what I mean? And I should be, and I'm neglecting on that because I look up to him as a player. But if he has a new album out, I'm really sorry I'm not familiar with it. Oh man, got a lot. The chat just jumped. Have you ever tried an Evertune bridge system? Yes. So I forget. Al Thomas. he was in this chat a little. He was in the stream a little bit ago. He sent me a Solar guitar that I had on this channel in like May of 2019. It was a donation to the channel. It was on the guitar was on vacation for a week. He sent it here and I got to hang out with it and do a video on it. That had an Evertune. I have to say, guys, I hate Evertune bridge systems. I really do. The best thing about it is the obvious, it stays in tune, your guitar. But other than that, I hate it. It rings. It has springs in it, so it rings. You have 6 springs in it. So imagine like a Floyd or even just like a regular tremolo with all the ringing of the strings times that, you know, have 6 springs versus 3. So times it by 2. So if you're trying to play metal, you got to deal with the ringing of the springs, and then like just the overall feel of the strings. Like I don't like Floyds, and I don't like tremolos in general, especially for metal. I'm a metal player. I have a very heavy right hand, and every time you pick a tremolo system, it just gives ever so slightly because of the springs. And when you pick it, it just gives ever so slightly, no matter how many strings or how many springs you have locking it down. It's just a feel that I personally feel, no pun intended, or that doesn't make any sense. There's just a feel with a floating bridge or a fixed bridge, or there's a feeling with a floating bridge or just a regular top mount Floyd or top mount bridge that I can't stand, because no matter how many springs or how hard or how taut you have it locked down, it'll always move. And that sensation is with every individual string on an Evertune. So again, times that sensation by 6, because now you have 6 individual saddles that move and have springs. So like I hate it. I hate it so much. And maybe if I like spend more time with it and I get out of my own head that like I hate it, maybe if I give it another shot. But I was trying to be very objective and not subjective when talking about the Evertune, and I just did not like the feel of it, man. Like the individual strings just didn't bounce off the pick the way that I like or whatever. Cause like I'm such a weird player. Like I'm a rhythm player that plays lead. So I think Evertunes are really geared towards lead players, in my opinion, because they needed to stay in tune for lead. I don't know. It's just, long story short, I just don't like how the Evertune bridge interacts with the right hand. It just, the give of the individual springs and individual saddles just doesn't vibe with my hand. And nothing against Evertune or anybody that uses it. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm just one guy at the end of the day. So yeah, just just not my thing, not at all. All right, let's see here. Gematria, JK. Purity is the easiest Slipknot in my opinion. Yeah, that's a solid pick. What is the guitar you wish you had bought? Like what's the one that like kind of like got away or whatever? That's a really hard question because I don't really ever feel that way. Like I guess the way I could answer that right now is like, what is a guitar that I wish I could buy right now? And I think that would be like a Silverburst of some kind, either like my own custom Balaguer or own custom Kiesel, or something like that, like the Dean V Silverburst. It's like I would like another one of those, but in a 6-string. So like I think like a Dean, either a Thoroughbred or a V, in a 6-string Silverburst would be like the guitar that I wish I bought, or the one that I wish I could get. So I hope that answers your question. Because like I don't really have any guitar regrets, like one that got away or one I wish I could have bought but didn't. I don't really ever feel like that. You could always yell the pitch harmonic instead of playing it. That would make the song a lot easier. You could... I should have never done that. No, I'm never going to be able to live that down. I'll be hearing about me yelling pinch harmonics for weeks to come now. It's kind of like when I said on Instagram, for those of you who remember, that if the Dolphins beat the Eagles, I'll get a Nickelback tattoo. And then the Dolphins murdered the Eagles. I never got the Nickelback tattoo, but I couldn't live it down because the Dolphins were like 2-12 and the Eagles were like, I don't know, 7-5, and like I thought it was a sure victory. And then like the Dolphins murdered the Eagles like 38-27 or something like that. And then everybody's like, when are you gonna get your Nickelback tattoo? And then I obviously wasn't gonna get one ever. I said it as like a joke, but like, yeah, people wouldn't let me live that down. I was just like, oh my god. Oh my god, is this gonna ruin my YouTube channel because people think I need to get a Nickelback tattoo? Yeah, they got murdered, dude. Oh my god. Hey, Jeff. Hey, fellow patron. I love you, dude. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm sorry if I didn't see you earlier. Enjoy your lunch break, or I hope you enjoyed your lunch break. Take it easy, man. We'll talk soon, all right, brother? Later, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. What do I think of headless guitars? Oh, wait. What about that song, My Plague? My Plague's very easy. If you get that Nickelback tattoo, I'm unsubbing. Rest assured, I promise you I won't get a Nickelback tattoo. Now, a Trapped tattoo, on the other hand. Trapped has certainly become a meme lately. That's so weird, Trapped. Of all Trapped. What is this, 2003? Like, how are they relevant again? It's so weird. Okay. Have you ever tried Friedman amps? What do you think of them? So the only Friedman I ever tried was Jim Root's rig, the HBE Deluxe 100. That was a Friedman. And from the little that I could hear, I mean, that thing, I was playing Jim's rig at the BB&T Center in Camden, New Jersey, and, you know, playing the biggest rig of my life, probably will ever play. So it was very hard to hear, but, like, I mean, the little that you could hear on the video was just like, dude, it just sounded amazing. It sounded literally amazing. Unbelievable. That's the only Friedman I've ever played in my life. I want to play another one, but the cheapest one is the Jerry Cantrell, I believe, and that's nothing short of $1,500. And that's just a little mini head, so it's like, I'm probably not going to ever play that, or buy that, or buy an HBE 100 Deluxe or whatever, because that's like $4,000. But Jim loves Friedman, and I'll just say that. I'll say that much. Jim loves Friedman. Jim loves Friedman. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, long story short, that's the only one I've ever played, and I honestly don't see myself playing Friedmans anytime soon. I just can't afford them. I don't think very many of us can afford them, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of money. Like, $3-4 on an amplifier. Like, that's so much money. I can't play one anytime soon. I can't have one on the channel anytime soon. That's it. I'm unsubbing. Please don't unsub. Guys, stay with me. The only one that got away that I will have is a blue Ibanez Iron Label RGD. I chose a Schecter Hellraiser C7 Passover because I didn't think the blue finish would look right for playing it for hardcore. Yeah, blue's kind of like a dreamy. It's like either a gent or like a solo artist type of, like, blue's a very non-metal, non-hardcore color. You know what I mean? Like, blue's kind of certainly a statement of sorts. So I could see why you didn't get that, but, or I could see, wait, yeah, I could certainly see why you wouldn't get that, but I'm sure you could find one on Reverb maybe one day. You know what I mean, Phil? He has a secret Nickelback tattoo. Dude, I told you that was a secret. Look, I told you, only you can know about my Nickelback tattoo. And now here you are talking about it on my stream. What the hell, man? Like, why you gotta do that? I don't have a Nickelback tattoo. I don't have one, I promise. It's funny. I'm just joking, man. Come on now. I'm just kidding. I did get a tattoo 2 weeks ago, right, like the day before this thing happened, and now I had the follow up for April 2nd, and that's probably not gonna happen because yeah, we're in lockdown, man, and I'm not about to go to a tattoo shop with this going around. So it's like, so I guess that's fortunate for me because then it gives me another reason to prolong that Nickelback tattoo. I can't get a Nickelback tattoo if you're, you know, in lockdown. You know what I mean? Think about it. I planned this right. Oh, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm really just kidding. So, yeah. All right, guys. So, it is about 7:30 here. If anybody has any questions, anything you want me to elaborate on, now's the time. Because I've been going for about 100 minutes now. That's a long time. And, yeah, I want to go have some dinner with my lady. Real quick, a little side note, un-guitar related. My wedding got postponed / canceled because of this whole thing. I was supposed to get married April 25th. I got to push back to July 18th. I don't even know if that's going to happen. So it's like, you know, I can only imagine how everybody else's life plans are getting put on hold for all this. So it's just another reason to support everybody. You know what I mean? You know, I feel more bad for her because the wedding's kind of like, you know, I'm extremely ecstatic, but the wedding's kind of like a, you know, it's more about the bride. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. It kind of is, and I feel so bad for her. But we're going through it together. We're getting it pushed back, and you know, I was trying to remain positive because she deserves it. So, a little bit of a bummer, and I can only imagine what everybody else around the world that had plans to travel, to do this, to do that, is getting affected and or canceled. We're fortunate enough that it's just postponed, not canceled. So, crazy stuff, man. So, I see we got some more questions, and then I'll answer them, and then I'll go have some dinner. No, a giant ratio Jim's mask. I'm not sure what that means. Josh, later, bro. Did you choose member for your solo project, Luna Muerte? Yeah, so I have a couple local musicians here, and we were supposed to rehearse this past Sunday. No, a week ago from tomorrow, so 6 days ago. That obviously didn't happen. But yeah, so I have a drummer and a bass player, and I just need one more guitar player, man. And it's ironic because there's the most amount of guitar players in the world, but it's hard to find one in my local area that's like not flaky or not, you know, that wants to take it seriously, I guess. So it's like kind of a little frustrating, but hey, ain't the end of the world. Yeah. Oh, tattoo is what I was supposed to say. No giant Jim Root tattoo. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a Jim Root tattoo. I'm not that excited about Jim Root. Come on now. Let's see. Can you show us your tattoos? Maybe one day. I got a lot. That's a long video. I don't want to bore you guys with that. I got all this. So I recently got a lion on my chest, and my fiance has nicknamed him Maverick. So she kind of makes fun of me for that. Get a Fluff tattoo. Oh my god. Get his bobble. Should I get Fluff's bobblehead? That'd be so funny. Oh my god. I don't know what he would do. What pickups would you recommend for a Slipknot Parkway Drive song? Oh, that's easy, dude. EMG. Jeff Ling uses EMG. He uses it in 81. Jim Root uses an 81. Mick Thompson used an 81 back in the day. He now uses Blackouts. So yeah, go EMG for sure. Could you please do a lesson on Isla's song? Sure, man. I could do that. I could do some lessons on some stuff, like how to play this song. Because, you know, it seems like you guys are really itching for lessons. Theory lessons and then technique lessons, I'm assuming, as well. Because theory and technique are kind of hand in hand. Yeah, so I can certainly knock that out for everybody. I'd be your lead if I was living near you, but I don't know if you'd want me. Dude, you're a phenomenal player, man. I've seen your stuff online. You kill it. Kill it. I appreciate your content, and, you know, I love your covers, man. You know, if you weren't so far away, you know, you'd be here. You'd be the lead. I'd be the rhythm in a heartbeat because you're phenomenal, dude. Any local bands that you look up to? Local bands. There's not really many Philly local bands. I mean, Hailstorm at once was a Philly band, but they're huge now. Silvertide was a band back in the day that I used to love from Philly. They're not together anymore. Yeah, Philly's not really like a big metal scene per se. It's kind of like California and Florida are the big scenes, at least from what I've seen. A little bit in New York. But yeah, no, not really. All right, guys. So hey, I gotta cut it short or cut it off, whatever. We've been going for 100 minutes now. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for 103 minutes. I am extremely hungry, extremely tired, thirsty because I've been just rambling for an hour. Okay, how do you get the sound for the surfacing intro? You have to do a octave pedal. So my fiance is hanging out by the stairs right here. She's being difficult, and she knows I get nervous when I'm on the camera and when she's listening. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday with a new video. Thank you again. Stay safe, stay healthy. I love you guys. See you guys next time.